Hello all, a warm welcome to all of you once again. Today we are going to discuss about the technical specifications of hybrid electric vehicle. For this, let us consider KIA Optima hybrid electric car. Let us dive deep into the details. The main theme of today's presentation is to know the technical specifications of KIA Optima hybrid electric car, and in this mainly we will be focusing on finding the voltages or the electrical loads that are present in KIA Optima, specifying the voltage, current, power, resistance, inductance and capacitance of different electrical loads, and we will be telling about the DC-DC converters, DC-AC converters or AC to DC converters, whether which type of converters we are using in this vehicle, and finally the most important aspect about the battery. We will be discussing broadly on the battery specifications and also about the alternator used, number of alternators used in this vehicle. If you look at the capability of KIA Optima hybrid electric car, it is a fully parallel hybrid system which is electronically controlled by a 6-speed automatic transmission, and it has a performance in both the aspects, in mechanical as well as electrical, because it is using a hybrid system. It is powered by both the IC engine as well as an electric motor. If you look at the drivetrain of KIA Optima, you will be getting both the mechanical as well as the electrical criteria. So in the mechanical, the engine type used in this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder full parallel hybrid system having a displacement of 1999 cc with a horsepower of 154 at 6000 rpm and having a torque of 140 pounds-foot at 5000 rpm. And if you look at the electrical parameters of this KIA Optima, then a interior PMSM motor is used, which is having 50.9 horsepower, which is equal to 38 kilowatt at 1770 to 2000 rpm, and the torque produced by using this motor is 151 pound-feet at 0 to 1770 rpm. If we go in details in the electrical loads that are carried in this KIA Optima, then the first thing comes is the resistive load. So what a resistive load is? A load that draws current in a sinusoidal waxing and waning pattern in concert with a sinusoidal variation in voltage gives the resistive load. So what are the components that are under resistive loads? The first thing is the LED light load resistor, the LED turn signal hyperflash, which is having a power of 50 watt at 6 ohm resistance, and the LED replacement bulb, which is having 10 to 18 VAC and 10 to 30 VDC. Another one is the AC heater blower motor resistor, which is a 3-pin resistor, and this is not only up to these 3 components or these 3 loads. This is further can be extended for the various loads or various components that are used in KIA Optima. The next electrical load is the capacitive load. In a capacitive load, current and voltage are out of phase as with an inductive load. The difference is that in the case of a capacitive load, the current reaches its maximum value before the voltage reaches. The current waveform leads the voltage waveform, but in an inductive load, the current waveforms lags it. Examples of the capacitive loads are the radio circuits, synchronous motors, motor starter circuit, and regenerative braking. The next comes the inductive load. So what inductive loads are? The loads that power electrical motors are called as inductive loads, and some of the examples are the power window motor, which is having a voltage of 12.11 volts, the motor electric power steering, which draws 9 to 16 volts, the wiper actuator, the wing mirror are some of the examples of inductive loads. Next is the specifications of the battery. We know that for an electric vehicle or a hybrid electric vehicle, the most important factor is the battery, because the battery is the only thing which we get the energy from. So as in an IC engine, how petrol is important or diesel is important or a gas is important, so in the same way a battery is the heart of a hybrid electric vehicle or a electric vehicle, since all the energy that is required to drive the car comes from the battery. So what type of battery does KIA Optima uses is nothing but the lithium polymer battery, having a capacity of 6.5 ampere hour with an energy output of 1.76 kilowatt hour, which is having an output of 56 kilowatt at voltage 270 volts and weighs about 92.6 pounds. So here when you see all the capacity, energy output, voltage values and all, these all values always depends on the C rate of the battery. So if the C rate decreases or if the C rate increases, the depth of discharge increases or decreases. So how this works is like, if suppose if the C rate of the battery decreases, then ultimately the charging time taken to charge this battery increases, and if the C rate increases, then the charging time required in order to charge a battery decreases. So this is in directly proportional to each other, and if you combined both the mechanical as well as the electrical performance of the drivetrain, then you can get a combined horsepower of 192 at 6000 rpm and a combined drivetrain torque of 271 pound-feet at 0 to 1770 rpm. When we got to know about the alternator and the converter, the KIA Optima Hybrid uses an alternator which is having an output between 13.5 and 14.8 volts, and it uses two DC-DC converters. This is all about the technical specifications of KIA Optima Hybrid electric car. So thank you very much for your kind attention and patience in listening. See you next time. Thank you.